London Fashion Week was in full swing. Flashing cameras, supermodels strutting down the runway, and an audience dressed in the height of luxury. But one man stood out. He was tall, draped in a long grey coat, his tricorn hat tilted just enough to shadow his face. He stood near the back, still as a statue. No one remembered seeing him arrive. Sophie, a rising designer, noticed him first. Something about him felt off. His skin seemed almost translucent, and when she glanced at the people around him, they didn't seem to notice he was there at all. Backstage, she whispered to a model, "See that man in grey?" The model frowned. "Who?" Sophie's stomach twisted. The lights flickered. The show went on. The final walk began, dramatic and slow. But when the last model reached the end of the runway, she froze. Her lips parted in a silent scream. The audience gasped. Sophie turned to look. The man in grey was now standing at the front row. The lights cut out completely. For 13 chilling seconds, the room was silent except for the click of unseen heels on the runway. Then a scream. The lights snapped back on. The final model was gone. Panic erupted. Security searched everywhere, but no trace of her was ever found. The show was cancelled. The next morning, news headlines screamed about the disappearance. Sophie reviewed the night's photos, hands trembling. Every picture showed the models, the audience, the flashing lights. But in the very last photo, taken just before the blackout, she saw it. The missing model, standing behind her, draped in grey, smiling.